welcome to the Tarot Cottage. My name is Amy. I'm back again today with a pick a card reading for you. If you're one of my returning subscribers, I just want to say thank you so much for your support. Thank you for being here. Thank you for spending some of your precious time here on my channel. And if you're finding yourself here for the very first time, please join us. Pull up a chair, grab yourself a cup of tea or some snacks, and we'll have a bit of a chat because we're all friends when we gather at my table. So today's pick a card reading, we are looking at a message from your higher self, an urgent message that your higher self has for you right now coming into the new year. I do have 3 piles in front of you to choose from. Pile number 1 with this pretty little fluoride crystal. Pile number 2 with the rose quartz wand. And pile number 3 with the green wand here. Whichever pile or piles are calling out to you, just know there may be a message waiting from Spirit today. I'm going to jump right into pile number 1. Again, today we're looking at an urgent message from your higher self leading into the new year. What messages does your higher self have for you? Pile number 1. Hello, everybody in pile number 1. You were drawn to this rainbow fluoride crystal, and this is your reading. A message from your higher self, an urgent message. What does your higher self have to tell you going into this new year? An urgent message from your higher self. We have the 2 of Wands. So this is going to be a pretty expansive year for you. The world is kind of waiting at your fingertips here. The 2 of Wands is about movement, is about making plans of action, and then truly taking that first step. We do have the 10 of Swords, the 10 of Flamingos, the 10 of Swords, and the Fool, coming out with the 8 of Swords. So you are embarking on a brand new beginning. Your higher self is saying it's time for us to leap. The time has come for us to leap into our new beginning, but what is holding us back? It could be some old ideas that we've transfixed ourselves upon, and it's time for you to move us out of this situation because we've imprisoned ourselves with the 8 of Swords, and we've stopped ourselves from being able to move forward in life. It could be because of fear. It could be because of not wanting to let go of old relationships, old ideas. But that 10 of Swords reminds us to let go of something that isn't serving us up to this point. Whatever has led you here, moving into 2021, is stopping your ascension. So it's time for you to put that to bed and make a new plan of action. Spirit, your higher self, wants you to start working on that plan of action. They are working on it with you. We have the Death card on the back of the deck. Death is about a change of state. And your higher self are saying it's time. It's time. We've been working on this. We've been working up to this point. It's time for us to leap. But something's holding us back. So what are you going to do about it? Are you going to let us walk away? It's about looking at things logically and realizing that if we open our eyes, we can walk away from those flamingos, those swords, that they can't actually hurt us. It's all a mental entrapment. The High Priestess. Your higher self is saying, we've known this for a while. You've been sitting on this information for a while, and you know it's time. And you've known that it's time. You have so many ideas and fresh new starts that you really need to take control of. And all of these ideas are divinely guided and they need to be brought forth. You are the leader in this situation. And there is a sense too, your higher self is sort of getting in your face a little bit and saying, you know what? No one's coming in to save us. No one's coming in to take us, drag us off this beach and to help us. We need to be the leaders in our own situation. We need to be the leaders in our own progression. And we know this. Sink into yourself. Your higher self wants to speak with you. The Emperor. Sometimes it is about shielding ourselves for battle. The Hierophant. So we have the Emperor here and the Hierophant. Sorry, I should be showing you guys these beautiful cards from this Wonderland Tarot. Back of the deck is the 2 of Swords with the King of Pentacles. So something is holding you back from the stability that you want, and you're really craving stability. Your higher self is saying that you're making decisions, but you're not making them with a clear objective, that you are sometimes making them with full masks on. Sometimes you go into situations where you know you're making the wrong choice, but you make them anyway because it seems like the right idea, or that's the kind of habitual way you've dealt with things in the past. But Spirit is saying there's no more time for that. It's time for things to fall away. If you want that security, you have to make it happen. The magician here is telling us that we are wielding the power over our own situation. We are at the helm. You are at the helm, your higher self is saying. It's time to look at everything logically and from a point of truth, to be 100% honest with yourself about what is holding you back. And in your higher self is saying, you already know inside what that is. I've been whispering it to you. I've been where you are. I've whispered it to you. The fool leaps without thinking. The fool is like that inner child, and they want to get back to our inner child. Your higher self says, let's get back to that place, that at least in that place of expectancy, of being fine. A toddler will leap without worrying about hurting themselves because they feel like something will catch them. They feel like ultimately they're going to be okay. That emperor, it's not that he doesn't feel emotion, but it's that he armors himself so that if he does fall and crash, he's protected. And that's what Spirit is saying. Your higher self is saying, I've got you. We're together in on this. We're working on it together. Your guides are with me. We're all working on this. You are protected. You are divinely guided. This is something that's supposed to happen for your ascension. It's okay to leap. It's not as scary a leap as you even think that it is. This new start, this new beginning, leaping into your ideas, into your leadership. The Hierophant shows that ascension that is happening for you. It shows your higher self being freed from these restrictions, these mental restrictions that are upon them. So something is holding you back, and your higher self says you have changed. You're about to step forward, but it's about you taking that first step of action. They're saying nothing is coming to save you and to force you into it. A huge shift isn't going to happen to force change upon you. You have to be the caveat of change here. Message from your higher self, please. Page of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. Kind of getting a mess here, aren't I? And we do have the Ten of Swords coming out again. You have valuable opportunities coming in. Some communication coming in. Spirit wants to communicate some things with you. Your higher self says that you have some stability and some financial abundance coming in as well. But again, you're gonna feel more secure once you make that new plan. And you can't make a plan of action in the middle of the darkness of your life. You can't make a plan to forge forward when you're in the midst of struggle, in the midst of pain, in the midst of feeling lost. You have to wait till that beautiful bright sun comes in. You have to wait till you can gain perspective. Oh, you lost one on the floor. The Two of Swords, which has already showed up for you. Three of Wands again. Oh no, just Two of Wands you had. And the Star. We have the Queen of Wands here at the back of the deck here. So we're talking to both halves of you, the feminine energy, the masculine energy inside of you. Your higher self is saying, I want to talk to everybody. I want to tell you that these offers that are coming in, you may not even see them because you're blinded to them. You're blinded to the value of them. And it's interesting, we started with the Two of Wands and now we have the Three of Wands sitting here because they're saying it's about little steps. It's about little steps. We're not asking you to jump over a cliff. We're asking you to take that first step of action towards movement. And your higher self says that there's a part of you that sometimes has given up hope about certain things in life. For some of you, it's about finances. For others of you, it's about bringing your passions forward and leading a life that has purpose and has meaning. And some of you are losing a little bit of hope in that. That Ten of Swords can sometimes represent somebody who is kind of over dramatic in their pain, and not in a negative sense, but just it feels real, it feels raw. But the Star asks you to hold on to hope. What has brought you here, you know what, you're right, it's painful, and all we can do is now learn from what has brought you to this point and take away what we can learn from it to help us in our ascension. The Star is a beautiful message of hope and love from your guides, from your higher self, that you are on the right path. All of this is a perfect plan working itself out in its perfection for you. Message from your higher self, please. Message from your higher self. Clean it up. clean up your energy. It's time to refocus. It's time to sink into yourself and clearly decide what it is your future looks like, and then making steps towards those goals and knowing that it is your effort that creates that beautiful momentum. Imagine, along with that magician energy, it's about the power that you wield in your own situation. And as the higher self, you know, your higher self has that perspective. They can see the forest through the trees. They can see what you can push through. But you have to believe in that as well. Back of the deck is the Yin card, which represents the divine divine feminine energy. And it is really truly about being an open vessel for growth, for happiness, for abundance, and staying grateful and just allowing that abundance to truly flow over and through you. Message from your higher self, please. Instinct. And the recovery card. There's an essence here. Your higher self is saying that sometimes you act differently with certain people, depending on who you're with, to kind of suit them and suit their needs. Whoa, I'm sorry I shook you. Reaching for more decks. You kind of wear a mask in life to kind of suit the needs and the tone of other people, but you have a deeper knowing about what your purpose is. You have a deeper knowing that there's more to your life than this and what has been happening. And there's a loneliness as well present in this spread. A loneliness to things that have happened in the past that have led you to this point. And Spirit is saying that it is time for you to be the caveat of change in your own recovery. And sometimes that's about forgiveness for other people who have wronged us, or who were supposed to be in a place of protection over us. But we are the key to our own ascension. We are the key to our own recovery. Isolation is at the back of the deck. You will feel a little bit lonely sometimes in your ascension, in movement that happens. You might feel a little bit lonely, but you're not alone. Your higher self is with you. Your guides and angels are with you. God is with you. Hello from heaven. Your loved ones in heaven are doing fine. Let go of worries and feel their loving blessings. And courage. Be courageous. Stand up for your beliefs. And that Queen of Wands, that King of Wands that we saw earlier, they are all about being the courageous leaders and pushing forward with determination, with drive. Sensitivity. You are extra sensitive to energies and emotions right now. Honor yourself and your feelings. On the back of that deck. Advice, please, from your higher self. An urgent message from your higher self. We have under my umbrella. You are under protection. Number one is what a message coming through from your higher self right now is that you are under protection, and you're not afraid to help others either. Like, you go out of your way to be that source of protection, to your detriment at times, for other people. You are going to be rewarded for that, and that's what Spirit really wants to tell you. Your higher self says, you know, you're being rewarded for those beautiful things that you do for other people. Even in the smallest way, even things that people don't know about, the little tiny things you do for people, you're going to be rewarded for that. We have, can you hear me? Your higher self, your guides have been trying to communicate with you in little ways, through music. A lot as well. They're communicating that they try to communicate with you through music and lyrics. But they're calling out to you, and sometimes it's very subtle, and sometimes it's a whispering, and your higher self has so much wisdom that they want to embark upon you, but you have to invite your guides and angels and your higher self into your space. You know, you have to invite them in so that they can work magic, and your guides want you to hear them more. They want you to open up the lines of communication a little bit more here. Message from your guides and angels. We have union, hand fasting. So for some of you, you may have a new marriage in the works in the new year. It's also a reminder from your higher self that they've been with you since the beginning. Like, you guys are like, you're a package deal. And we also have ethos here. It says, in perfect love and perfect trust, 8 words, the Wiccan. It's about the Wiccan law. So some of you may be very intuitive, may practice that type of study as well. And we have death at the back of the deck. So this is about transformation. Your higher self and your guides want you to usher in this transformation that's supposed to be happening for you. It's going to take courage. Let's get some messages from your guides and angels. Let's get some messages from your higher self. A dark past doesn't lead to a dark future. He gives strength to the weary, and joy is coming. So you may be really tired of the struggle, really tired of pushing through, but your time of struggle is coming to an end. The worst is behind you is what Spirit is saying. Do something creative this week. For many of you, you are this Queen of Wands, this King of Wands, this incredibly talented, completely like over the top creative energy that needs to express your energy to the world. Prepare for powerful change. You are strong. Give yourself some credit. And the inspiration that you have is divinely guided. I just saw you are a powerhouse of manifestation as well. Believe in what you're capable of. But also here is a message. Reach out for help when you need it. But especially to your guides and angels. They really want to express that. They want to help you. They want to be that source of comfort. Urgent message from your higher self, please. Group 1. We have the Queen of Cups. We have the Nine of Pentacles. And we have the Queen of Pentacles. Wow, they're really projecting you as a queen, as this abundant creature who is on this you're like primed for ascension. They say you have everything in your wheelhouse for success. You have this security coming in for you. There's financial abundance coming in for you. But that Queen of Cups, she has a lid on her love. And that's a beautiful expression of love from Spirit, from your guides and angels, about their protection over you. They are in this for the long haul. You can feel secure in their company. You can feel secure in their agenda and their intentions towards you, because they truly have your best intentions at heart and they truly love you. Like, there's a lot of love represented there. So we have Made with Love, which is a reminder from your guides and angels about who you truly are, not to get caught up in some of the roles that we put ourselves in. We have the Hot Air Balloon, because you're about to make some moves. You're about to ascend to a higher position in life. We have the Moon with the little fairy and star imagery in the bowl. And that's about not allowing our fears and insecurities kind of stop us from reaching for the stars and for things that feel like they're impossible to achieve. Not to lose hope and faith in that. We have the Chariot energy with the Pegasus horse here, charging forward with drive and determination into their goals. And we have the Sea Star, again, about healing yourself from within, being that source of recovery, the key to your own recovery. And we have the two little acorns as well. So for some of you, you have love coming in, and it really reflects a soulmate relationship, but the potential that lies there and how you have to plant it at the right time and in the right conditions in order to see it really bloom. All right, group number 1, that is the reading I have for you. Urgent message from your higher self going into 2021. If this resonated, I would love to hear about it in the comment section. I would love for you to subscribe to my channel and join our family here. Please hit the like button. Please hit the notification bell. It really helps me to bring you more content. Check out my links below if you feel called to. But I really hope that you come back and visit me on another day here at the Tarot Cottage. And I hope that you have a great day today. Take care. Hello, everybody. In pile number 2, you were drawn to this big, beautiful rose quartz wand. And this is your reading. An urgent message from your higher self leading into 2021. What message does your higher self have for you, group 2? What changes are coming in 2021? Warnings or blessings? So we have the Three of Swords starting out the reading here. Three of Swords is really about sadness and about feeling kind of lost, feeling kind of broken down. We have the Six of Swords. For some of you, I feel like it could be in regards to perhaps a relationship that has ended in 2020 or one that is kind of coming to a close in 2020. 2021. The Six of Swords really is about moving into a calmer place, a bit of a transformation. And we have the Fool. Kind of similar energy to the first pile. Not 100% though, but the Fool was present here. Back of the deck already is the Ten of Swords. So there is definitely some similarities to pile number one here. Some of you have a relationship that perhaps has ended, or a family situation that has come to a close here in 2020. The Three of Swords really shows a sadness, and your higher self is really saying, I feel that sadness. I see you in it. And it is an all-consuming sadness for some of you watching. I do feel very sad even now just thinking about it. And looking at the Ten of Swords on the back of the deck, it's just like this, it's almost over the top, like guttural type of sadness. Like I've lost something that was supposed to last forever for some of you. And the Ten of Swords does remind us to let go of things that the ego has become really transfixed upon, that are holding us back, that, you know, what has brought us to this point of sadness, of destruction, of feeling lost, isn't serving us. And so we have to kind of make a new plan of action. And that's what your higher self is saying. They're kind of taking charge, taking the lead, and saying, okay, you're a mess right now. So I'm going to take charge here, and I'm going to lead us forward in this, because I'm going to push us across this bridge. It's going to be hard, but I'm going to ask you to leap into that. I'm going to ask you to leap at the end of the day away from this sadness. And it is our, I almost feel like I could cry, to be honest. It is our, how we perceive and how we meet challenges and how we perceive them that really affects us. And that's what Spirit is saying. It's how you choose to react to this situation. And that's a really easy thing for the higher self to say. And that's what they're even saying, that like I'm sitting pretty here where I am, and it's easy for me to say that. But we have to stay guarded against, we have to hold our energy precious and make sure that we're not giving too much of ourselves away. This Star card is asking us not to give up hope. Some of you watching are feeling very desolate, very uninspired to start 2021 at all. You feel overwhelmed. You feel like you're carrying a lot of the burdens from 2020 into the new year. And, you know, back of the deck is Seven of Pentacles already, the Patience or Impatience card rather. It's like, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of living like this, but I don't even know. I don't know how to get myself out of this feeling of despair, out of this feeling of loss. But that's the beautiful message here. We have the beautiful King of Cups. Look at this beautiful card on the back of the deck, the beautiful King of Cups. And this is my favorite out of all of my decks, and I have a lot, my favorite Ace of Cups depiction, because it's so abundant. It's bursting with life. It's bursting with light. It's bursting with new opportunity. And that's what Spirit is really saying, and your guides are saying, and your higher self is saying, is that you've stood post for a really long time. You've held on to this pain for a while, and it's time for you to let them fall, to persevere. 9 comes right before 10. You're so close to pushing through, to pushing past this bridge, not to give up hope, not to sink into your despair and to give up entirely, physically or otherwise. Because leaping into a new start, going expectantly into something new, is going to bring you emotional new starts, emotional abundance. And for many of you watching, it's coming in the form of a love offer to your counterpart, the King of Cups here. It is about, you know, a foundation being built. The Two of Pentacles is about a decision that needs to be made. Your higher self is letting you know that they will sit with you in this Three of Swords. They will sit with you as long as you want them to in that energy. They will lay on that beach with you with the Ten of Swords energy as long as you need to lay there. But the choice for you to get up is yours to make. The Five of Wands represents struggles, represents pushing through obstacles. They're not insurmountable, and that's what your higher self is saying. You can do this. You can push through, because what's waiting for you is so much more abundant than what you had before. It's about, when I was shuffling, as this Three of Swords came out, right underneath it was the Ten of Pentacles. So it really showed me that some people are kind of losing their ideology of this secure family or a situation that they were building up. So losing out in a relationship. But what Spirit is saying is that what's on the other side of this is more than that. It's more than just security. It's abundance in an emotional field as well. It's emotional abundance, not just physical abundance, but emotional abundance that's waiting for you. And that's why it has to shift, because just having a practical relationship that looks good on the outside isn't what is serving you moving forward, isn't what's going to make you happiest in the long haul. Message from your higher self already shooting out. The Queen of Wands. That Queen has been showing up a lot today. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius energy here. It is a reminder to you from your higher self that you're a bad bitch. It's what Spirit is saying. And I'm sorry for cursing, but that's what came to my mind. It's like, don't cross me. It's like shifting your energy from one of sadness to one of almost annoyance that someone could dare to treat you in this way and make you feel like this. It's like, I don't want to cross the Queen of Wands. That black cat reminds me that she has a fiery temper, that she holds a grudge sometimes. She's a leader and she charges into her destiny as well. And she holds on to that beautiful sunflower. She's holding on to the beautiful sun because she knows it's hers for the taking. And that's what her higher self says. This is who you really are. You're projecting yourself as this Three of Swords. You're a queen. You're a king. The burdens that you've been feeling have been blinding to you. And they have stopped you from seeing other opportunities that have wanted to present. It's about taking the time to kind of unleash our burdens, to let them go. Ace of Wands. You have a lot of wonderful ideas, inspired thought that leads to action that needs to be brought into the new year. If you have inspiration for new starts, that is divinely guided. Even if you're in a really negative place in 2020 and moving into 2021, you even have a spark of hope, that's divinely guided. Move towards that spark. The Empress stands in her power. She is secure in every way. She doesn't worry. She doesn't, she's not a worrywart. She's sitting comfortable. She's abundant in every sense of the word because she knows that's what is owed to her. Message from your higher self, please. Two of Wands again. And I say again because I think I started out pile number 1 with the Two of Wands about expansion. Back of the deck is the Hierophant. This is about, and the Hierophant shows up because that is your ascension. That is your higher self. That is you moving forward. It's you letting that world turn and letting your potential kind of be shown. You have valuable opportunities about to be presented to you. And it's about you taking the step towards that, taking that leap with that Fool energy and leaping like a child. You know, the Page of Pentacles is kind of a young energy, kind of an immature energy. It's right over top of that Fool. So having the attitude of a child leaping without fear is really what is going to propel you into abundance. We have the Death card at the back of the deck with the Ace of Pentacles. We're putting an end to this destitution. We're putting an end to the sadness. New opportunities are present to us, but we have to let certain things fall away. We have to let time pass. We have to let this change of state, this new energy come in. That's what it's about. 2021 is about your ascension. Your higher self sees you struggling with the pain from the past, and they really want you to embrace a new future, embrace the possibility that exists. Oops. Building blocks. And people don't like seeing this card. They want to get to the end of the day right away. They want their day in the sun. But the building blocks is such an opportunity, and it's a reminder to us too that life doesn't exist in huge events. We have to live our life in moments, and the magic happens in those moments, and we are happy in those moments, or we're sad in those moments, and we carry them forth and we create a forever. But we have to build up a foundation for ourselves. Sometimes things have to fall completely down so we can build something on a solid foundation. So serendipity. Things are going to be happening for you in 2021. Your higher self is saying that they're going to be sending you messages. Your guides and angels are going to be sending little synchronicities, repeating numbers, messages and songs, lyrics, things like that, that are going to make sure you are understanding that you're on the right path. We have fork in the road at the back of the deck. So we're looking at an impasse right now in your life, this shift, this new shift, and it's not by accident. It's not a coincidence that this is happening while we've shifted into a new age of Aquarius. Things are moving energetically on the other side. Things are shifting. The veil is thinning. That's why these changes are happening for you. Oops. We have impartiality. The impartiality card reminds us that, you know, true wisdom comes from being able to look at a situation without emotion at all. To look at a situation without judgment. That's the true sign of wisdom in the world. And this card asks us to look at what brought us to this Three of Swords and asks us to kind of look at it with an impartial attitude. What brought me here? How can I gain, what did I gain from this experience? What can I carry forth with me? It's really a call for logic and patience with yourself too, because sometimes that takes time in order to really delve into something like that. We have perseverance coming out as well as facade. So wearing a mask in life, not showing people the struggles that you've been having. Trying to be everything for everybody perhaps. And we have the impatience card at the back of the deck. So a growing frustration inside of you, a restlessness for change, a restlessness for happiness as well, because I feel like you are starting out this 2021 kind of feeling sad, but your higher self says it's time for us to step into our power and recognize who we really are, shedding the past, shedding the pain and how it made us feel like we were nothing at times, and to truly show the world the real us. And we don't see ourselves the way that our higher self sees us or the way that spirit sees us. We see ourselves cloaked in this, you know, this robe of destitution. But they see us as this abundant, beautiful creature. The impatience is holding us back. That impatience for movement, impatience for the end of the day, because the beauty is in the journey. And that's something that needs to be acknowledged. We have the rose garden, and we have weaving flowers. So taking time to smell the roses, taking time to be appreciative of the here and now is a great way to transform your life. And you can see in this card, she has a rose in her arms, but she also has that beautiful butterfly of transformation. She has become the flower. She is the flower. She is the transformation. The transformation is within her, and it's through her thoughts, feelings, and intentions, through her feelings of gratitude in the now that creates that abundance. The weaving flowers, she is creating her life. She is the magician. You are, you know, the universe looks at that Three of Swords sadness and it says, okay, if this person is feeling this way, then that's what they want in the future. So I'm going to bring them more of that. So there is some pushback, even when you start gaining momentum, and you will. When you start gaining this momentum, your higher self is saying, you know what, the universe is going to push a little bit back and things are not going to go completely easy for us. But it's at that point where you have to push through that wall, because we're creating new habits. We're creating a new version of ourselves. We're growing, and it takes the universe a moment to catch up and rise to our occasion. We have new directions on the back of the deck. It's about making wishes and they will come true. Have the full expectation of success and your wishes will be granted. Just move towards them. Move towards the direction of your dreams. Your life is about to take an entirely new direction, is what Spirit is saying, but it's about your choice. Your choice in order to make that choice of walking away from that feeling of sadness, feelings of insecurity. Message from your higher self, please. Victory. Your prayers have been heard and answered. Have faith. Relationship harmony. We angels are opening the hearts of everyone involved. Arguments and conflicts are being resolved now. And I feel like you're moving away from a connection, but it still is about peace within your heart. And you can still gain peace even if you're in a great conflict with this other person as well. And so Spirit is saying they're working on that behind the scenes. Life review is at the back of the deck. Your higher self is encouraging you to take inventory of your life and resolve to change and heal anything that is unbalanced inside of you. Let's get some words of encouragement from your guides and angels, from your higher self. Hold on, we're working on it. We've been working on things behind the scenes. When you feel alone, we are with you. Show gratitude. We see the struggle. We see you struggling. But we also want to remind you that you have the full power of heaven standing behind you, helping you through any kind of situation. Help is coming. Pray, have faith, and don't worry. And that's a Padre Pio quote. And he, you know, it's all about setting that expectation, hoping for it, and don't worry about it. Like laying your worries at the foot of the cross and allowing God and the angels to kind of take care of it. Change is scary. Regret is scarier. We can clearly see the finish line. And he gives strength to the weary. I'll put 1, 2 more, or 3 more coming out. Your time is coming. Be ready. For we walk by faith, not by sight. And your higher self wants to know that you are loved at the end of the day. And also back of deck energy, my deck is kind of skewed, but we are so proud of you. Advice for group number 2, please. A message from their higher self leading into 2021. We have the Emperor. We have the 4 of Wands, or 4 of Pentacles, and we have the Page of Swords. So that Emperor really does reflect that divine masculine energy, but it does kind of tell us that we need to sink into our masculine energy inside of ourselves and guard ourselves for battle. It's time to armor up. It's time to push through insecurities. You're worried about change. You're fearful of change. You're fearful of loss. But the Page of Swords slices through anything mucky like that. He slices through to reveal the truth. That maybe that which you were walking away from, that you're fearful of losing, actually wasn't serving you and your intentions as much as you think that it was. We have I can. You can do this. We have the Tree of Life, which is interesting because we started out with that 10 of Pentacles earlier when I saw it flipped in the deck. So some of you could be dealing with a family situation, but it's also about growth and permanency. We have a commandment from the Bible that says, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house. So it's about not looking into other people's windows and wanting what they have, to focus on what you have and be grateful for it. We have the Sea Star in a bowl because you have some healing to do. There's some sadness in you. And the Sea Star is a reminder that they can lose a limb and regenerate that limb over time. So you have everything within you to really heal yourself. We have a Forget-Me-Not, and we have the Whale in the bowl, which is an expression or is a symbol of expression and going with the flow in life, but also to express yourself when you feel called to and not hold back your feelings. All right, group number 2, that is what I have for you. An urgent message from your higher self leading into 2021. If this resonated, I would love to hear about it in the comment section. I would love for you to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so I don't miss out on videos, or you don't miss out on videos that I post. You can check out my links below if you're interested in a private reading with me. But mostly, I hope that you come back and visit me on another day at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope that you have a great day today. Take care. Hello, everybody in group number 3, all of you who are drawn to this beautiful green wand here. This is your reading. A message from your higher self leading into 2021. What message does your higher self have for you? What blessings are coming in? What warnings do they have for you? Message from your higher self. Queen of Wands. She's been showing up a lot today. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius energy. The World. I just want to show you these cards. They're so beautiful. This is the Santa Muerte Book of the Dead Tarot, one of my favorites. The 7 of Pentacles. Message from your higher self, please, Spirit. The 7 of Cups. So your higher self is really saying that you're growing impatient with the confusion in the world and with what's happening, and you feel like you don't even know what to do anymore. With 2020 in the way that it was and the uncertainty of everything, it's like, I want change. I'm ready for change. I'm even primed for change, but there's so much confusion and there's so much uncertainty that I don't even know where to start. And now I'm growing impatient trying to embark upon that. We have the Knight of Pentacles here at the back of the deck already, and that talks about slow, steady progression. So I feel like some of you in group 3 have really evolved in 2020. I feel like a lot of change has embarked upon you already in almost a positive sense. Like you guys have maybe manifested a lot of change, manifested goals, and are starting to push through. But you've hit a bit of a wall now with 2021 coming in, and it's a growing impatience because the uncertainty is there. But the Knight of Pentacles on the back of the deck is your higher self's way of telling you that you're on the right path. You just have to keep plodding forward. Don't let snags, don't let walls that kind of come up stop you from this ascension, because they're saying that you're doing great, that you started out, you know, pushing through obstacles and you saw some success, and now you've hit a bit of a wall and you're like, the ascension isn't there. You're frustrated. So let's keep going here. A message from your higher self. 9 of Cups. The 2 of Wands. The 5 of Wands. And the Page of Cups. Back of the deck is the beautiful Sun card. So Leo energy on the back of the deck with the 3 of Wands here. So 2021 is going to be expansive for you, and your higher self is letting you know that there's a lot of happiness waiting for you at the end of the day here. And again, they see that you've already sort of propelled yourself into a momentous type of energy here. They see you really making some of your wishes come true, really making plans of action towards goals that you have. And now you're pushing through and you're starting that process, and they're very, very happy to see that. The 2 of Wands does remind us to push forward and to push through any obstacles in our way. And for many of you, you could be looking at other people who have gone in the same route, or who have taken the same path as you in the, you know, before you did, and they may be a little bit farther than you, or maybe they even started after you did. For some of you, I feel like you may have started some things online, new businesses, new entrepreneurial type of adventures. Some of you may have started things on YouTube as well. It's just this sense of like, I'm jealous of what I see other people achieving, or I'm jealous of where they are right now, and I feel like I need to be there. It's like this sense of uncertainty or unease inside of you. It's causing an impatience because you're seeing other people evolve to a level that you think you deserve or need to be in. But it's this confusion, these lower level energies that are really stopping your ascension here. And we do see valuable opportunities being presented here with the Page of Cups, new emotional starts, kind of pushing through some of the confusion. But it really encourages you with the 7 of Cups to wish upon your stars and dream up what you want. It is about options and how the options are open to you. And that is one of the messages from your higher self as well, is that they're watching you ascend, and every choice belongs to you. So you have all of these choices to make, and they all belong to you, and you expect things to happen overnight, is what your higher self is saying. And you need to be more patient than that. That ascension takes time, but once the ball starts to roll downhill, you will be surprised at how quickly things change. And it'll happen so subtly that it's like one day you'll realize, oh my gosh, things are so much better than they used to be. But it's like, I'm not appreciative of that change. I'm not as in awe of it as I need to be. And that's one of the messages coming through from Spirit, is that your higher self wants you to guard yourself against lower energies that discourage you. Thoughts of not being where everybody else is, thoughts that things aren't progressing as quickly as they need to be. It could concern money as well. For some of you, you're really worried about not having as much money as other people, or maybe your business isn't making as many sales as other people. You're focusing on tiny details. And that's something that your higher self thinks needs to end in order to kind of help you push through with your thoughts and your intentions and your ideas, because you have amazing ideas. And if you started a business in 2020, they're saying it was a great idea and it was a dream come true for you. And you are doing things right now that you never dreamed you could do. But it's a lot of responsibility, maybe more than what you thought it would be. It's like, I feel like I'm juggling a lot. It's more work than you intended it to be, or that you thought it was going to be. Your higher self is saying you didn't expect this this new venture that you're embarking upon to be so much work, and to be the leader in something and to start something fresh takes a lot of energy. 8 of Wands. Let's clarify that 2 of Pentacles, please. Queen of Wands again. She just keeps showing up. This entrepreneurial spirit. Juggle that again. Clarifying the Magician, please. Urgent message from your higher self. King of Wands. Wow. Back of the deck is the 5 of Cups. And we have the Hanged Man here underneath. Oh, and we do have the 9 of Cups, which we had earlier as well, which is interesting to me. So your higher self wants to warn you against not necessarily about setting your expectations too high, because you can't set expectations too high. You can always rise to those occasions. But they also don't want you to plummet yourself into despair when you feel like you haven't reached the level of success that you think you deserve. This 5 of Pentacles over top of the 2 of Pentacles really shows you're leaving some of your financial difficulties in the past. And it's through your thoughts, feelings, and intention. It's something that you're conjuring up here. But it is a lot of responsibility. Like I said, you are the leader in this. And you're like the brainchild of the whole thing. And so it really is you leading everybody else through this connection. So I don't know if you have employees or if you are just at the head of something and you're in charge 100%. But this Queen of Wands and the King of Wands, both very entrepreneurial energies. The Magician wields the power over everything. You know, he is the controlling... You know, the controller of communication. He's the controller of the elements. So it's really a sign from your higher self that you are in control of this expansion. You're in control of this huge endeavor. You're creating this abundance and you're creating this momentum. This 5 of Cups and the Hanged Man energy here is just the warning from your higher self that sometimes you can get complacent when it comes to your current energy, when it comes to the here and now. The Hanged Man can come down from the tree whenever he wants. But he sometimes surrenders to situations that are no longer serving him. And the 5 of Cups reminds us that we are in control of our perspective. We are in control of how we view a situation, and how we respond energetically to external stimulus is really a huge turning point in our manifestation process. You know, like if we respond to a situation that really bothers us, disappointments or feelings of jealousy with more jealousy, then that just leads to more jealousy. But if we respond and we say, okay, I feel jealous about that, but I need to stop focusing on them and what they're doing, and I need to focus on me, and I have no competitors. You are not in competition with anybody. And that's something your higher self is wanting to express to you too. You are not in competition with anyone. Even if you have, and this is just an example, if you started a YouTube channel, a tarot YouTube channel, and you are putting out videos all the time, and you're comparing yourself to somebody who maybe has done the same thing or started their channel around the same time, and you're seeing a discrepancy in views, and you're seeing a discrepancy in subscribers, and that's really bothering you. That sense of want, that sense of jealousy is holding you back, because you're not in competition with that person. Nobody is competing with you. You are only pushing through obstacles in your own path, and there's no one else in your lane. You are just needing to focus on what you have to get done. And that's what Spirit wants to kind of really nail home for you, is the fact that you're doing great. You're doing everything right. You will hit walls. You have everything within you to push through those walls. You just have to guard your perspective. They're saying that sometimes you're comparing yourself to others, and you're not even appreciating the abundance that has already really showed up for you. Advice from your higher self, please. We have higher power and never-ending story. This is not your first rodeo. It may not be your last rodeo. Some of you are on this ascension, and Spirit is really saying some of you are on this ascension to be guides yourself in lifetimes in the future. This is a never-ending story. This is about you learning and getting wisdom from these experiences that you're having, and even gaining wisdom from pushing yourself through these lower level energies. Like, you're gaining so much by pushing yourself past feelings of jealousy. You are gaining so much energetically. Sometimes you can't see it. You can't see the forest through the trees, but those beautiful pearls are there. Those turrets that you're adding to your soul kingdom is there. Message from your higher self. Whoops. We have the instinct card coming out. The instinct card tells me that sometimes you let insecurities stop you from being your true self with other people. People that you feel are your counterpart. It's like I'm changing my personality to match whatever company I keep, because it's easier that way. It's an ease of execution, but it's not authentic. And instinctively you know that you need to push through that anxiety, that fear, to reveal your truth. But there's a lot of, again, I said instinctively because I feel like there's a lot, some of you watching are very intuitive, are very spiritually driven. And this intuition, this spirituality is maybe what is opening doors for you. And it will open doors for you. Bittersweet. Shifting into 2020 into 2021 is going to be kind of a bittersweet. Letting go of that which doesn't serve us sometimes is very bittersweet. Letting go of the past. Watching things change inside of us. It sometimes there's a push-pull. Nothing changes if nothing changes, but change is also very scary. And we have impatience at the back of the deck. And that's not the first time that this card has shown up in a sense for you. It's like this sense of getting in a rush to push forward, to charge through, to reach my goal. Something has lit a fire under you. And it's like you're primed. You're ready for this. You're ready to push through. Advice from your higher self, please. We have like a bird. I just heard the Nelly Furtado song in my head. And that card really encourages us to focus, to be forward-looking, to look at all of the possibilities, and to stay motivated. You know, surrounding yourself with people and activities that make you feel inspired. It's about being the breath of like the wind underneath your wing. So staying inspired like a bird, being ready to kind of take off. Advice from your higher self, please. So we have no rain today, and we have the night ride. I love this deck. This is the Oracle of Mystical Moments. The no rain today card talks about a positive view of the future. It's like the Sun card. It's like, I'm going to look positively into the future. I'm going to expect good things. I'm going to face adversity. I'm going to push through. It's about truly shining. Surrounding yourself with positive, happy people. Surrounding yourself with positivity. It's kind of like the like a bird message as well. Just surrounding yourself with complete positivity. The Night Ride card. It's about being a protective force. And it's a reminder from your higher self that they are protecting you. It's like this sense of a big brother or friendship. And that's really a beautiful message from your higher self coming through, is that I'm protecting you. I'm with you. You're not alone. Your guides and angels are with you. We are all in this together. You can count on our friendship. This elephant is transporting the two owls on their back. And protectively, the mother owl is putting her wing over top of the baby owl. And it's just, that's kind of how your higher self kind of feels like towards you. Like you are this child and they're leading you through. The elephant is blowing the beautiful star imagery into the night, all of the hope and faith. It's like, it's, even during dark times, you can feel secure knowing that you're not alone in your situation, in your future, and all of these inspired changes that are coming in. Advice from your higher self, please. Changes coming 2021. We have, you know what to do. You know what to do. You've been preparing yourself for this. And I felt that the moment I laid down that first card with that Queen of Wands, you've been preparing for this. You've been preparing for 2021. You have a focus. And I feel like you have had this focus, and it's like for the first time in a long time that this focus has really come. We have life review. Take inventory of your life and resolve to change or heal anything that feels unbalanced. Back of the deck says clairsentience. Notice your recurring physical and emotional feelings as they signify divine guidance. So your higher self and your angels and guides are trying to communicate with you in life. They could be sending repetitive numbers, certain songs. Sometimes I see flocks of birds. It depends on your situation and what you recognize. And it is about opening your eyes to kind of see those messages that are coming through. It's just their little reminder that you are not alone, because sometimes we do feel very secluded and lonely in our journey, in our ascension. And it is a reminder that we're not alone in that. Messages from your guides and angels, please. Ask and it shall be given to you. Seek and you shall find. Knock and it will be opened. The relationship you want is coming, but it's time to take some time to recharge. I feel like you guys are very goal-oriented in 2021. Many of you are not focused on relationships. Time to reevaluate what you want. We can see things clearly even when you cannot. Stop looking backwards. We do have a proposal is on its way to you. Now that could be a proposal as far as a job proposal or a actual physical love proposal, but there's something new on the way to you. I want to talk to you. Your higher self wants to speak with you, wants to communicate. They want you to know that you have survived 100% of your bad days. You are doing an amazing job. And also you are a born leader. And that is very evident here with that King and Queen of Wands. You are that entrepreneurial spirit. You are the person that's supposed to be at the helm, at the head of things. Divine timing is at play here. And here's a card that came out. It's not even supposed to be in this deck. It says, I'm scared I've missed my chance. And I feel like that's a kind of a fear that you have here with these new adventures that you're embarking upon, that you feel like sometimes in life you've missed your chance. That doesn't happen. You can't make mistakes. You learn from every experience that you have. You always have another chance. If you're breathing, you've got air in your lungs, there's always another chance. Message from your higher self, please. We have the Seven of Wands. We have the Ace of Wands, and we have the Four of Wands. So some of you are concerned maybe about your home life and about relationships. All of this inspired thought that's leading to action in your life, it's going to bleed into everything else. So staying focused on your task at hand and on what you are kind of grinding towards, pushing through the obstacles that will present, because there will be pushback. You know, the universe sees change happening and they push back a little bit to see if you'll fall into bad older habits. And when you don't, then they rise to your level, they rise to your occasion. There will be obstacles, you will push through them, but it's in the interim of all of this change that some of you will have a love offer on its way to you, a proposal. It could lead to marriage as well, but happiness, success at the end of the day. Great reason to celebrate pushing through because of your actions. I feel like saying that, because of your actions, because of what you have done here. Okay, we have a G in the bowl. We have always, I will always be with you. Love and beloved. And when I see love and beloved, I think of my name, Amy, because beloved means Amy. So some of you could be named Amy as well. So take that as it resonates. We have a leaf with a bite out of it, because change is the only constant that we can depend on. And we can either be fearful of it or we can go charging towards it and we can take a bite out of it. And that's what that really reflects. We have never, never give up. Some of you are really asking and worried about your future as far as your career or an endeavor that you're kind of focusing on right now. We have the paper clip in the bowl. Lots of Leo energy here with all of these wands, with all of these, the King and Queen of Wands here. So you could definitely be a Leo. It also signifies independence in your own life. It says never, never give up. We do have a rune here as well. And this rune is the rune of breakthrough and awareness. And you are breaking through new doors. All right, group number 3, that is what I have for you. An urgent message from your higher self. What is coming in 2021? If this resonated, I would love to hear about it in the comment section. I would love for you to subscribe to the channel. Excuse me. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on videos that I post. Please check out my links below if you're interested in checking out my Instagram page or my Etsy page. But mostly I hope that you come back and visit me here on another day at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope that you have a wonderful day. Take care.